Hey everyone, this is future Michael speaking to you right now. So for the first 4 minutes of the stream I actually had my mic muted for some reason. So I'm going to be redubbing the first 4 minutes. You'll still hear Rory like reacting and stuff to thing I would say. That's gonna be a bit weird. I'll just try to read my own lines. But this is where we left off, and this was read already, so yeah, I'm just skipping this forward.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? Well, I don't know, really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. And I want to examine some of my evidence here.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what we were doing. Oh, yeah, she removed her glass from the table. I remember it now.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, death occurred a little after 2 PM and was caused by blood loss from a gunshot. There's nothing really else that points to anything else at this point. Here are the photograph of the victim. Not really anything to note here. The glass is empty. But there's business card. I don't think we're gonna learn anything new from this specifically. Okay. Crime scene photograph. Yeah. There is water in the glass here. And yeah. Medical report card, so you know he had a tooth extracted. She took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's the handbag, right? Because that means she could hide a weapon in there. Because we were debating that she couldn't hide a weapon anywhere on her person.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess with the handbag. I mean, we did just say it like last time we did this.
Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say?
Yes, you try to keep up.
He's British now?
It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items.
Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right.
They didn't
Well done,
think
partner.
of that before.
I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, partner.
What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard?
He's so
It's very,
Edgeworth.
really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. Oh god, the future is breaking apart. No. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce that there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
You can't seriously be suggesting.
Inspector Hasanaga. Yes?
Yes?
Oh yeah, that you were voicing him, that's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder?
No, sir, I did not.
As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag.
No!
Nice.
Why is the fucking jury talking like lower pitched in this game?
I don't know. I guess because it's older people.
Yeah, everyone in Japan is an old fuck.
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
Gadget. The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ochi?
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
Brilliant work, partner.
I love how he deflects onto that.
Yeah.
Yo, nice Persona 5 reference, bro.
Do you think so, Kazuma?
Why is he dying all the time? Well,
Happens.
what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police. You're right, I don't.
Huh?
As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. Well, I think it was pretty necessary.
Unnecessary in what way?
I ought to thank the student lawyer, really.
Really?
I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about.
Oh, how convenient.
Naturally. This photographic print.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this photograph. This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag.
Mm-hmm. Well, I never. You can see right through the what's inside.
Pulling it right now, there's gonna be like a hidden pocket or some shit.
Definitely.
That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment.
So the contents are clearly visible.
Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious.
Ah!
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo.
Mm-hmm. Wah!
That's
Wah! Yeah. Order!
Order in me fucking court.
Oh, Inspector Hasanaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
Photograph of handbag. There's Miss Stuart Brett's handbag on the chair by the victim's table. You have long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, my fucking thing is like bouncing again. No further
thing?
significance. Yeah. Let's take a look at this.
Look at this photograph.
First of
There's
all,
like a thing on
yeah,
his wrist though, like
yeah.
what's that? It's like
Looks-
a tattoo or something.
looks like the thing that was on the plate. Like,
It was on the plate.
oh, not this one. Like this.
Oh yeah. You're right, it does.
Indeed, and there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic monkey slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime.
Oh my goodness.
Just like picks himself up. No,
He's like a zombie.
just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I was in a situation that I was at the start. Oh no.
Oh shit! I was gonna be like, Kazuma, help us, but he's like,
Yeah.
also
I'm sorry.
despairing.
I'm sorry, Rinasuke. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean this is it?
Yeah, you're dead, bitch. That's the end of the game.
You-
Oh ho ho! I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak eat while the strong eat.
Such
Okay.
a boomer saying.
Yeah. I'll have to wait. I'm kind of dropping frames. Okay. Okay, it's back.
Happens.
It's back. It's back. Okay.
You were wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. A fact you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a
Can't
crime
be
that I
happening
didn't
to me.
commit? Can't be
Happens all the
happening to
time.
me. Him of going to study in Grey Brain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma. What? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
Not based.
Yeah. Very well, now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all.
They're still stuck on this. Smug little.
That smug little bitch!
Been considered all. Oh. Okay.
Yes. It's like, what now?
Wait, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke. I don't think you can rule on this case yet.
This amateurishness is getting tedious.
Tell me about
When
it.
His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Sorry. Your Excellency,
Oh,
just a
he's
moment
thinking.
ago, you said this. As the photographic print just a minute appears to have no further significance, there's no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must take my ruling. Wait, this is the Phoenix pose.
Yeah.
Now that means that if there was a problem with this evidence, some significant detail I mean, a ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence.
Is he doing the Phoenix thing of bullshitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd better
It's
know where you're
straight
going,
passed down.
Ryunosuke.
For generations.
Yeah.
He just bullshits.
I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Desperate wheezers.
Wee.
Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph that just doesn't seem right. Only if I could put my finger on it.
Only I could get my grubby little fingerprints on the picture.
Very well, I'll grant one final opportunity to the defense.
Oh shit.
What?
What?
Oh, that's a new one.
Oh shit! He's fucking gonna lay down Thor's hammer.
I'll be warned that if I'm unsatisfied with your response
Alright, let me
here,
get one chance.
the trial will be over with immediate effect. I'm pretty sure it's what we noticed earlier. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Excellency. So take another look at the photographic print, Inspector, as long as a minute before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. Yeah, it's this.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's the, like...
Can you move your cursor onto like other stuff too and see if it does the glowing thing?
No. I don't think so.
No, okay. Yeah,
I can
didn't
only
think it would be
present.
that obvious. Yes! Alright.
Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Oh.
Hear me. I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly, that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag.
You're lying.
Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right.
Oh my god, a burn mark. Go on, Inspector.
Yeah, Police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either.
Oh, that's so sad. We don't know.
We'll never find out.
No one will ever
Not
know.
possible.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Archie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise detail of this burn. Excuse me, Your Excellency. Oh, that's
Excuse
you.
me. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff.
Oh,
Of
this
course she
shit
does.
again. It's like in case 5 of the first game, there was fucking Damon again, who was doing the same thing with the lunch. I think in Investigations, the final guy also did the same thing.
She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
She fucked up.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case?
Yeah, it's like the one on the
To
table.
be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? You can just link that burn to the case. You can do that. We might be able to prise this shutting door back open again.
Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But what if you had evidence?
Let's say, hypothetically, what if we had evidence?
Evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case. Then would you allow it? I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. As soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
Oh.
Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case.
I gotta get on that plane.
I just destroyed the mic on that one.
Me or you?
Me.
Oh.
This is the moment of truth. Time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. Hang on.
His face is so shaped.
It's so modeled. So then the defense will now present its evidence to the court. Evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim... Inextricable, okay. Connection between the victim's burn and this trial. It's,
Yeah, it'll be that picture.
It's this one. Yes, okay.
When you zoom in on that...
They'll be like, I don't see what the problem is.
Okay,
Please
the
point it
music
out
stopped.
closely. What's this, Counsel? Yeah, another print? Yeah, it's like all we have in the evidence. Yes, Your Excellency, that I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. Us humans. But in a photograph, things
Weird way to phrase it.
Yeah. Things we may have overlooked at a crime are recorded forevermore.
Do hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. Miss Britt.
Miss Brit, I get it.
You see, it's clearly visible on this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore.
What? How?
Ugh.
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the
course.
court exactly what you mean.
Jesus. Okay.
What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
Oh, that's the wrong button.
Yes!
The beefsteak?
D. Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plate? Ah! Ah! Your
Excellency, are you alright?
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark
Fire
of
emblem.
La Carnival.
Ah!
The emblem on the plate. The victim's burn are exactly the same shape. There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Rinosuke, you genius!
You're so smart. You're spot on.
Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. Also, it doesn't look like there's a swelling around the burn, so that might have been like post-mortem.
Even if that is the case.
What were you saying? Sorry.
Sorry. It doesn't look like there was like any like swelling around the burn, so it might have been like post-mortem.
Maybe, yeah.
We can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time.
Well,
Objection!
Objection. Sadly, Prosecutor Auchi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible.
Oh, true.
Such a serious injury could have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Yasunaga?
I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And, although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out.
It's kind of weird, like, how did he get only burned in that one spot? Not like... Because that would mean, like,
guess we'll
only
find
that
out.
part of his hand was touching the plate.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
This was no mild burn, that's for sure.
It was a spicy burn. Can you be more specific, Inspector?
Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds.
Damn.
And that wasn't his plate either, so like...
Yeah. Inconceivably, the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then.
I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all.
This is like a Tom yell.
As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
but you...
Let me turn you up. 1 second. I can't
Oh, okay.
turn you. I can't turn you up when the thing is up for some reason.
Wacky.
Yeah. Discord moment.
Yeah.
You're a detective, not a waiter!
Yes!
There you have it, something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate would have, for 3 whole seconds, would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything for like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, Council. And the rest of us are in the restaurant, myself, the surgeon, and the old antiques dealer. All of us would have, without any question, have heard him scream. Are you there?
That face.
Yeah. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Aochi?
Well, yes, I suppose.
So the question is, why didn't a single person
This
hear Dr.
phenomena.
Watson scream? What did you say?
What is phenomena?
Oh. I almost don't believe it. Ryusuke, do you think... Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but... I'm starting to think that maybe... We've been laid into a terrible trap. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered a burn to his wrist, Dr. Watson was already dead.
Already dead.
Yeah. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. It's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead.
Already?
Dead? Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When a beefsteak was brought to Dr. Watson's table that day, the professor was already dead.
That's...
Oh, what the fuck? Hang on.
Madness!
Stream just...
Oh, did it die out?
Okay, I'm back in.
Okay.
I don't know why it like randomly tabbed out into like fucking grid view instead.
Oh, that's weird. Just said like, it's madness.
I'm back now.
Order,
Yeah.
please. Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection. No, Prosecutor Aochi. It is you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon?
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet?
Firmly grasp it.
Oh.
Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. Imagine a judge saying that. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your lunch and engagement.
But, Your Excellency...
Justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Oh, now what?
You're gonna finally speak? What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help.
Nice.
Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
The moment you've been
You
waiting
can
for.
speak.
Yeah.
You can talk now, huh?
Yeah.
Bitch.
Like I Hosanaga's
Did a
face.
little curtsy.
Yeah.
Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all.
This must have been so weird. This is so weird in like English translation.
Yeah, yeah,
Probably in Japanese it made a bit more sense, like they just put those in.
yeah.
But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
Mother tongue, the Queen's English is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible.
That's nice. Classic British racism.
Speechless.
But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level. Oh, well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honoured by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
God.
It's such a simp. I see.
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Watson. And the judge is like completely done with her. So we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Rinosuke.
How long is this case gonna be? Oh boy.
The victim's death.
Why is it in quotes he's dead?
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man behaves like that.
We're in Allegro now, though.
I mean, what?
We're in Allegro music now.
Oh, true.
When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me.
Oh, I don't know. Poison?
Oh, I don't know, like poison, yeah.
But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything directly contradictory off the bat. The most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy does it.
I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Fucking British people.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen.
Oh my
What
god.
amen? This isn't church?
Thanks? Was that a prayer then?
Yeah, like,
Well, you have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. He don't miss, Miss Brett.
look so done. This is my shot. This is my shot.
Sure, I don't need to remind you, Counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. I'm sure it will be.
How many fucking final cross-examinations are we gonna have?
Yeah. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with the witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear?
I feel like the thing we have to push is the, like, oh, there's no way to kill someone without,
Oh.
like... Oh my goodness!
Yes, Your Excellency.
I feel like we have to push on the part where she says there's no way someone can be killed without leaving a trace.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like the only thing I could see that could be debated right now.
Yeah.
Toast. Another possible causes of death besides the gunshot. Get this.
Yes!
Yeah.
Without leaving a trace. Someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height.
Oh wait, that's me.
After a person's life is
However a
taken.
person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body.
That's right, sorry.
It's fine.
Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body, there can be no doubt.
There was no, like, autopsy report, they just looked at him.
Yeah, we don't get autopsy reports in this game.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I have said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There would be physical traces of all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
Maybe.
If heaven forbid you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Takatsuchi Aochi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions.
God. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence.
You mean like the glass she put in her bag?
Yeah. There's probably no point in pressing on that, maybe. Yeah, let's try this.
Yes!
Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us.
I wish it would kill you.
And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been a bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But that doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight
What were
away.
they thinking?
When the plate was brought by the table to the waiter. To the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had been cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. If the victim burned his wrist on a hot plate as soon as it was brought from the kitchen, then he must have already been dead by that point.
Attention!
And yet the fact that the... Oh yeah, that's it.
Yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time.
I concur, Prosecutor Aochi is right. He has weird nipples. I just realized.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Ah!
Should probably save.
Oh yeah, they did autosave recently, but I can do it just in case.
Autosaves.
Yeah. It's a nice
Very
feature they added. I think the 3DS games also did this.
Yeah.
There's some that can be... Not sure if we can present the glass at this point. I feel like maybe we need to get like some discussion about the poison earlier somehow. Like
Yeah.
try this maybe.
Hopefully.
Inferior, what do you mean by that?
What were you thinking?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
I'm really familiar with how the investigations go here.
Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Someone's like sitting on the table a corpse was on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait.
Probably on the same chair and everything.
Oh,
Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
Why has he got a speech like a thinking bubble?
hmm.
Does it even occur to you naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene?
Wants to say something.
I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can. You understand? Ha! A killer blow! The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing! He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouch is finally starting to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brest just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right.
Yeah, I wonder why he's been coughing up blood the whole time.
Yeah. What do you think, Rinasuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Kazuma. What, Rinasuke? There is one thing I noticed, something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her, Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if that might be significant. If I might present an opening. If it might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. You think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the defective.
Effective.
Alright then, I wonder what Kazuma's thinking.
What were they thinking?
Oh, that's enough.
You gotta press the... You can't go to the very end, you have to like go through them manually. That's kind of annoying.
I think you can, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, press.
Just press
Okay, yeah, this again. This is the same.
Wait.
Okay.
that. Wait.
Yes, there it is again. Dex's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been this time with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right. Look at him, he's lost in his own thoughts.
He's doing the Kamaida Danganronpa pose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where he's talking to his hand.
Yeah.
It's time to pursue the man in his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue? His face.
Oh, we're gonna get the pursuit theme.
I'll explain how to do it now, Rainsky. It's all to do with the witness marker. You see the witness's speech bubble, Rainsky? At the moment we focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. By moving the marker left and right with AD, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking at other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space. Okay, pursue them. If you catch the person at the right time, you might uncover some new information. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker across with AD and focus on the detective. And pursue him with
I believe
space.
they said this in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait. Okay.
Wait. Right. Gotta do A and D, I think. Wait.
Okay, now it works. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Look around. Okay, pursue.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Ah! What's the meaning of this?
I'm
You
so
just said
sorry.
excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't mean to shock you. He just said excuse me, but they're just so used to him just saying yes. It looked like you were thinking about something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady said next to you, perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. There's something you'd like to say, please. Share it with the court. What's the... Do...
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment.
His glasses must be stained as fuck.
Yeah.
If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not.
Huh?
The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hasanaga,
Yes?
do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett?
Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless.
Or maybe he tested for poison, like, secretly or something? What do you really mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see.
Okay. Well, if it helps us.
I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
That's a new face for him.
Yeah.
He's so proud. Crime scene thief.
You
Well, it looks
are
like the
a
ladies...
little thief.
Looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example.
Take this, for example.
Is that...
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question.
Oh, maybe Brett didn't actually drink the water and it was poisoned.
Yeah. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay, calm down. Yes, there's some left in the bottle, I can see it.
One day, our police force will be among the best in the world.
Yeah, about that. According to the series, that's not happening.
Time is coming. I guarantee it.
I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. It's on the victim's table. Maybe we can inspect it or something. Miss
Yeah.
Brett. Can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle.
Shouldn't have said that, probably. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well, counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. Okay, let's examine the bottle first. Maybe there's something we can find. Okay,
Yeah, let's read the label.
yeah. Label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Probably French. You know what it
Yeah.
says, Kazuma? I think it's French, okay. Must be a very expensive water. But what does it say? That's what I was asking. Go to France and ask.
Go to France and ask. What a bitch.
You could just say that you don't know.
Anything else?
What's this like middle thing here? Like maybe that's just like a reflection.
Label. Oh yeah, that's yeah. What about the mouth of the bottle? Why is it flashing?
This is the last drink that was in the bottle that Dr. Watson never had. Looks like there's a little left in that bottle, though. It's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much. I'm absolutely parched.
Don't drink it.
Just He just dies immediately. I'll have to have a sip of this to keep me going. No, Rinosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh,
Tell
no.
that to Phoenix.
You're right, we don't know what might be inside, do we? Never cease to amaze me, Rinsuke, in more ways than one. I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone
Water.
quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. So I guess we can just present the ball and be like, there might be poison in here. Oh wait, shh. Examine again. Okay, I have to use WASD for this.
Yeah.
Keep thinking I can right click to like move the marker. It doesn't look like there's
Yeah.
anything else on this though. As Inspector will kindly control his fervor. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is where she says, "Do
I
show
guess
me."
press that again. Yeah. She did ask to show.
Yes!
Okay, that's fine. What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Son?
On the day of his death, we know that what Dr. Watson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Order, order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Giselle Brett, it was you!
What interrupt me?
It is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence.
What are you talking about? It's right there.
Yeah.
You little rookie imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire?
And right now, in this case, you should be like, Miss Brett, would you kindly take a sip out of this bottle?
Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Or better yet, ask Archie to do it. Just like Mia did in Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah.
Objection!
See him lose like the little top knot he's got.
Yeah. This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual is guilty with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference.
She's still a bitch.
It's great out of context.
Yeah.
We have to determine the truth.
No. If I may, I will silence you forever for this.
Oh.
Oh!
It is you who should be silent. Oh, of course.
She has her own like exclamation.
Dear lady.
Yeah, it was in like cursive and shit.
Where'd that come from? She just snapped.
I want to see her breakdown on animation so bad, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior.
It's actually shitty.
But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not.
I'm expecting him to just keel over dead at any point soon.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah, I drank it. Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already?
Wait a second, did he drink the water? And now he's just like
Did you
bleeding
drink
from
the
his
water?
mouth?
Yeah. My I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
I don't believe it.
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents.
That would be so funny if that's the kid and the reason he's like,
Yeah.
he's coughing up blood. And what did you find, Inspector?
I order tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time.
In this country? Isn't she like a science
country.
student?
Yeah. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
What? Are you sure?
He's sweating. The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself.
No. No!
Yeah. I'm very grateful to all you Japanese.
Forgot like this game has a lot of racism from the British.
You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place as if he was poisoned.
And why is he coughing up blood?
Thank you, Counsel. I think this cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution has asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
What about the other gun?
Yeah, I'm done for. Court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
For proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point? Pretty sure not at this point.
Yeah, it's saved just in case.
Can I present Hasanaga's profile and be like, he's bleeding?
That bitch is dying.
Is there any, like, visual notes on this? Fatal hemorrhage. No, there's nothing else here. I don't think I have anything right now. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Rinosuke. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Hold it!
Oh?
What?
Who
Who
was
was
this?
that?
Oh!
Ooh! She's back.
Yeah.
Please, wait.
You can do your normal voice for her, probably. Isn't that...
I'll just do it a bit higher pitched and more like, I guess,
Yeah.
polite.
Yeah. What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Sus.
Sus. Shut up.
Mikotoba? In my darkest hour with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her
So
hand,
cool.
she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
Furoshiki?
Furoshiki cloth.
Yeah, that sounds right.
To be
To be
continued.
continued? Oh, fuck off.
You can do a small break if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
How full is my water bottle? Okay, it's pretty full still.
Well, I haven't finished my first glass, so I'm doing a bit better. I'll still
Yeah, fair.
BRB. Okay.
Yeah, Maggie's sleeping on my bed. I'm gonna go annoy her.
Okay. Okay. See you in a few moments. I accidentally went back. When I came back, I accidentally hit the Z key somehow, and it
Oh, yeah, that's
went
fine.
forward. Okay.
I don't think we went very far.
No, it's just one thing.
And where'd the other two go? She's just alone.
Yeah. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
official assistant and a woman no less.
Wow. You're simping for
Weren't you
bread.
just simping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
What the fuck?
18th century.
Yes, I fully understand. I only asked for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
No, it hasn't.
5 minutes. I will allow not a moment. I will not allow a moment more.
But, Your Excellency...
I am most grateful.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
It's kind of a tight squeeze in here now.
Yeah.
Who exactly are you?
Sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something? Written in English? Oh,
It's Josiah Brett's research.
the English woman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Watson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
Okay. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Glad you're psychic at least. Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristics.
Edward's thinking.
Yeah. Special characteristics of Curer and its effects on the human subjects. Interesting. Curer? What's that? Never heard of that word before.
Time's up!
That was a quick 5 minutes.
The prosecution demands this immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
There's too little.
There was too little time for me to read it in detail. But I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful, thank you! What has been entered in the court record?
Unknown poison!
Yeah.
Pretty sus. Goodbye then, and good luck.
She's so nice.
She just
Yeah, she-
disappeared.
Yeah. She does like the Gaster like teleport sound.
Is she?
Oh, we have 2 pages
Like
of
Edward
evidence.
the fucking... Oh shit.
Yeah. Synopsis. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. Hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. In minute doses. Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Huh.
Okay. What's the third page say?
Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that a toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for this respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. Thus, to enter
Okay.
through a wound, does a burn count as a
Maybe?
Oh wait, he had a tooth removed, so that would maybe count as a wound.
Oh shit, you're right. There would be an open hole in his mouth.
Yeah. You have had long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now, one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes,
Real this
I know.
time.
For realsies this time. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. Again. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett, what do you think of his stare?
Your Excellency.
You wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Brett, it seems I wasn't clear. I realized it was phrased as a question, however, I must ask you to treat this as an order. Oh shit.
Something like that. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. So, Counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention? It's the book. Naturally.
What if you just presented your badge? It would be so
Yeah.
funny.
A classic Ace Attorney trope.
Yes!
There it is. Miss Giselle Brett, we understand you were studying under Dr. Watson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. Poison? Where are you going with this, Counsel? Toxin known as Curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to an instant death.
Objection!
What complete and utter nonsense? Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it.
You
That
wouldn't
means it
have.
doesn't exist.
You wouldn't have done.
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Curare before for one very simple reason.
Because you're a dumbass.
It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist?
Correct. Which means, no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify Curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
What?
So leaning forward. Order, order! Counsel, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report offered by the visiting research student from England, Curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows?
The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with Curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection!
Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery.
It's a good word.
To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around.
Do you mean the other way around?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that Curare was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
Terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Watson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. Jesus.
Hideous!
To the observer, it would almost look like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense.
Cheers.
Ahem, if I may.
I'll drink to that.
Up now.
All these facts, you think you're so clever. It is you who must be taught. Of course. Dear lady.
We still on this already.
God.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another's honest, hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them.
It's not like you're gonna announce these in the court.
I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
Good, that's a good objection, yeah. Okay. What's so funny?
Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
She's gonna destroy the evidence.
Yep.
Don't give her that. Well, yes, well, I don't see, why not? Fucking, what?
You idiot bitch.
Oh, she's gonna drink it, probably.
Uh-oh. That's fucking poor.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Sorry?
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers!
I don't like this.
Wait, what are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth.
Oh god.
Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Ugh.
Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Ah, yes, dear lady, we're most gratified with all the assistance you have given. God, this is like the third time.
I know.
This doesn't make sense. There has to be a poison in that bottle. But so how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale?
And
I don't
it's
understand.
that she's like got some fucking antidote to it, or it like
Yeah.
expires after it's been it's been there for like 3 days or some shit.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
Or
Some
she
fuck
just
shit.
doesn't have a wound inside her mouth.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been a poison in that bottle, doesn't there? There can have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. She would have keeled over and died.
I wish she did.
Oh, come on, Rinosuke, we have all the clues now. That bottle of water contains poison. The culprit did put Curare poison into Dr. Watson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Objection!
You serious?
Fool! Are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw.
Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
That's right, which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
His eyes.
Yeah.
How exactly?
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. Has to be.
He's good at bullshitting, I say.
Yeah. Very well, if the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed? Has to be the book again, and like the page...
Yeah.
The
Page 2.
second page, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yes!
The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
It's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish.
Wow.
Okay.
Doesn't Hasanaga speak English? He can read it for you.
Yeah.
This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato's notes. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. 3 pages, what is this? It will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle? Shit. That was the special characteristics, I think. We go
Yeah.
by the page numbers.
Check.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We've been hearing a lot about this Curare poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, counsel? Well, it sounds as though ingenious hunters have... Indigenous hunters have been using this poison
Yeah.
for years and years. to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. And this point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Get to the point, please!
But they were to use these laced arrows. Doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Council, no, that would be madness. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Curar enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever.
What?
Miss Brett, you offered this research. You knew Curar's special characteristics. And you knew that could make a spectacle of drinking. That you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little...
Oh.
Oh! Rapscallion!
I didn't expect her hat to come alive.
Yeah. Well, Rinasuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection!
Oh, this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it possibly... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book.
Oh, I like this pose.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
With the shadow and all, her mask looks fucking huge right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, Curar is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric sus. I'm not gonna try and pronounce
Gastric
that.
succus, I think.
Like, suckers or some shit. Yeah, whatever.
Uh,
Oh, he's got the phoenix pose.
we haven't seen him do this before, I don't
Gastric suckers.
think. Oh yes, of course. Gastric suckers, what are they?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Ah,
Right?
good gracious.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
You're forgetting he has a fucking wound in his mouth.
Yeah, and she knew about it too. Order! Order in the court! Order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank from the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. I like how they're all just brushing off the fact that there was poison in there, like...
Yeah.
Can we think
Oh, no
about
big
why
deal.
the poison was there in the first place?
New thing to season it with.
Yeah. Are you trying to
Delicious.
suggest...
Yes, this Curar poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
It was a new spice the chef was playing with?
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Oh, what are we perceiving now?
Uh-oh.
What is this welling up inside me? Never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Whoa, holy shit!
Objection!
Whoa! He said objection for the first time.
Yeah. I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett. How?
How dare you use that tone with me?
It's very funny. You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Watson is dead. I think that's the Pursuit theme is
People
also.
die when they are killed.
Yeah. It's the Pursuit of music,
nice
I'm pretty
music.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you, you must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is
Your Honor,
completely
you don't
harmless
give a
when
fuck.
ingested, why would Dr. Watson alone have been killed by the Curer?
The dentist appointment.
Medical report card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take that.
As Miss Brett has so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental flaw and difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? A fatal difference? The toxic effects of Curer are only known when this poison enters the body through an open wound. There's the save. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Ah! Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Watson's dental appointment that day. So that's it. Use that knowledge to orchestrate this. What now?
Here we go.
Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile.
Purell
What?
Crow? I don't know.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy, you'll find out soon enough.
Oh,
What?
the fuck?
What?
Oh no.
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
What the fuck?
You're gonna break the
I
bottle?
mean, it could just slip.
Thought so.
You bitch.
Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No!
You sure they can't just like pick up a glass shard on the floor and like...
There's still her glass, I think. There's the glass probably from
Oh,
on the
true.
table.
Yeah.
It's still in the photograph.
Yep.
Officer, what are you waiting
And in
for?
her bag.
Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible at once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire.
How the fuck do you know this?
I assure you it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You bitch! You won't get away with this!
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we, if there really was poison in the bottle or not?
You.
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady?
Hang on, I wanna See, look at the glass on both of them. It's empty here.
Yeah.
That's probably his. And this one
Yeah.
still has
Yeah, it
water,
has water
in
in it still.
it.
Yeah.
So she probably took his glass. Because she probably couldn't down the whole thing if
Yeah.
she like started dying instantly.
Yeah. True.
That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So, of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No! You killed the victim that day, using Curer. And then, in order to frame Rinosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man.
Huh?
A hidden gun, you say, and I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the professor's stance remains unchanged.
Prosecution. Sorry.
Yeah.
The victim, Dr. John H. Watson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryonosuke Naruhodo.
Ugh.
There's a fly around my room. Why is there a fly? It's the middle of winter.
God, it's trying to survive. It's unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really going to get away with it?
You can't keep getting away with it.
The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Rinosuke, yes? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true, so if there are any clues left for us here to use now, they must be in your head. Oh, in my
your head.
head? You told me before that your powers of observation were one thing you could really depend upon. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't even manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. What I saw,
Smell
what I felt,
what I smell.
what I dealt. Every color. Oh shit. Oh. This is new.
That's new.
Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Watson's killer? There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I might have uncovered another clue. Haha, you always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Rinosuke? Come on then, let's wipe that smug off that English one's face with some evidence. Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling at me for a little while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere, the clue that shows who Dr. Watson's real killer must have been.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah.
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. He's looking at him.
Yes? What is it?
Ugh, he's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you've said a number of times now, you strive in perfection for your investigations, don't you?
Absolutely.
I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, The plate of steak you took to the victim's table that day.
Objection!
Wait a minute, where are you going with
Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw this scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And what I saw on that wooden plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood.
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, the bullet
Sure.
didn't penetrate. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of
Every time
everything
they do
here.
it makes me laugh. Every time they say that, I think of it.
Yeah. In Ace Attorney overall, whenever they say it, I think of that.
Yeah.
The plate of state is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Watson in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies that the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were. Giselle Brett.
I beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous.
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense.
God.
Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Hold it!
Oh. Oh, that's him, I think. Oh no, that's him. Okay.
Oh, okay. This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to.
Get her ass. Inspector, you mean?
Yes, I took the plate in interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
Meat and all.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
Hell yeah. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now! Did he not see it? Inspector! The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table, immediately. Yes, sir! Should probably switch the plates, maybe.
Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered, the steak.
Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector, the blood man! The blood man, show the court!
Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure.
Just walks up to it. Lifts the steak, looks from both sides. No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's... Can we compare it to the steak on the photo? I know I saw it, I'm sure of it. Yeah, this one was barely eaten.
Oh, true.
It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Christ.
You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Ugh.
I couldn't agree more in the case of this disgrace at the Empire.
I believe we may have finally reached the conclusion in this trial, again.
Again.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
Oh, thank God. Fourth time, Jesus.
Should say that it's someone else's steak, I guess.
Yeah.
This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly.
Maybe it's just like a steakhouse instead just their specialty.
If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
Oh, thank you. Steak has been added to the court record. The worst part is this isn't even the first time this has happened.
Yeah.
It's the plate I saw, or thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination. This is it now. I've lost. But Inosuke,
For the fourth time.
it's not over yet. Not until the fat lady sings. Hmm? Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Believe in myself? Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself.
You
As
think?
the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
Yeah.
My bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? Yeah. The fact that it's more eaten than the one in the picture is
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
Objection!
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak.
Hey, what's
I had
wrong
one of
with
those
beef?
for dinner, actually.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. What precisely on this plate of beef steak is this new clue to be found? Will I show the bite marks, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's flashing.
Uh-huh. Okay,
It flashes when you look at the bite marks.
I have to move it like this. Okay, yeah, it's just
Got
this.
it!
Yeah.
Got it!
Got it!
Oh, that's not it. No cancel, I'm afraid that won't do. That was ambiguous. It was okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's save then.
Yeah, just in case.
Maybe there's something else we're missing.
What cursor was flashing when you hovered over the, like, the bite marks? Like, that's,
It's like the whole steak itself.
yeah. It stops flashing when you turn it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it flashes when it's on the steak. Oh, the symbol?
I'm not sure why the symbol.
It's flashing when it's on the symbol.
Got it!
Click it.
No, that's still not it. Shh.
What the fuck? You wanna, like, reload the save?
Yeah. Oh shit. Load. Accidentally pressed auto.
Yeah.
I would have just said the shape does not match.
Mm.
Just the steak itself,
I
I guess?
have not been looking at Twitch chat.
No
Okay,
one's
that's still not
said
it.
anything.
No one said
I think
anything?
Echo is asleep.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I got no clue.
I just woke up. Oh, hi Herb.
Hi, Herb.
We're examining a steak.
Got
This?
it!
God damn, like,
Nope. What the hell? I feel like we're missing something.
yeah. Wait, maybe I can, like, look at it in the court record first?
Yeah. Yeah, look at it in the court record.
Just do it like this. Uh-huh.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's dumb. Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. The hallmark is from the Hawaii era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it. I mean, what's it doing there? Wait, did you say it was a Hawaii Koban? Apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable.
Oh!
Isn't the first time today there's been talk of a Hawaii Koban. Heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion and bullion.
That's funny.
And I don't think he ever will again. This is extraordinary though. This means... I guess it's updated now? Is there anything else? This is the symbol. This emblem on the side of the plate. Is it a cat? Yes, it's a cow, obviously. Most likely because the restaurant's signature dish is beefsteak. Seems
So
a lot
true.
of different restaurants have their own unique tableware. This is the symbol of La Carnival, is it? Okay, is there anything else?
Down the steak again.
Steak again? I can't...
No, rotate it, rotate it.
I can examine
Go
the
back.
coin. What? This?
Yeah.
That's just a coin still. Certainly never
Oh,
expected
okay.
to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hawaii era too, that would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in juices as well, look. What, are you thinking of eating it? No, but next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. Heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. I think I have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke. Hawaiian coin underneath the steak. There's only one illogical explanation.
Right, I think we present it now.
Yeah, maybe. Can we try this again?
Yeah.
Snow!
What the hell? What's the...
What the fuck?
We already lifted it up and looked at it. Like, what do you mean?
Are you... What the fuck?
How does it... Like,
How do I
are we
do...
not allowed to lift it up and look at it? Like, we literally just lifted it up and looked at it in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's so
What's
weird.
What the fuck?
Hang on,
I guess reload the save.
Yeah, I... They didn't say the stick
Stop-
wasn't updated
Stop
in the...
penalizing us for misclicking, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this again, I guess, and save again. Like, because we haven't done this.
Yeah, we can just go through that.
I can always turn on autoplay, but I'm confused on what this is, what they're asking me to present here. Like, this should just be updated now,
Click on... Yeah,
and this.
I don't know.
There's nothing else around here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I examined the coin.
No.
If I could, like, update the thing, that would make sense.
Yeah. We gotta go do that again.
Yeah. Okay, do I examine it again?
Maybe? I don't fucking know.
Okay, it's still the same thing. examine this. Examine everything. Pretty much. No, there's nothing else here. Symbol. I'm pretty sure we have the right idea, I'm just not sure how we can show this.
Yeah. I don't know, autoplay or some shit.
Okay, I can't do it now. Guess just do it on the bite marks?
Maybe on the plate?
Wow, what?
I know. Oh, okay.
What in the world is this? I think it's... Why did it not do that before? The same thing they're saying
It literally
before.
was just punishing us for misclicking.
That's, yeah. It's kind of a dumb
That's
moment.
cringe.
Can we present this now? Oh wait, wait, is the... Okay.
Click on the coin. Press
So
R.
I can press space to just examine it here. I was pressing R to present. So
Oh, okay.
okay, it doesn't say you can do that on the thing, so I didn't think I could do that. Okay, yeah, let's just do this. Okay.
Finally.
Good gracious, that's...
Ah!
Koban?
What on earth?
Ahoy, Era 1 at that.
Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? Oh,
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat. That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
what?
Yeah, I bet.
Objection!
Don't be absurd, we're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be underneath that piece of steak. This turns out to be irrelevant to the case. I'll rip up my ticket to the Great Britain right now.
Jesus.
He's right, this can be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be underneath that piece of steak. This turns out to be irrelevant to the case. I'll give up my lawyer job right now, yeah, I don't have one.
You've only been a lawyer for like 2 hours.
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of the coin if he can explain what's going on, what it's doing under that steak. Objection, go ahead. The owner? Yes, it's obvious, there's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the koban that was found underneath this beefsteak is... it's gotta be the... yeah, this guy.
Yeah, this.
Sana Higurashi.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Rasutai, Sanman Higurashi. Sana Higurashi.
Yeah.
Yuri, as in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Oh, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military surgeon, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying he was up to something with his koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired.
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoyera Koban, my prized coin.
Did she steal the coin from him? Then this Hoya era koban. Do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
No, no, please. Why would Sona Higarashi's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Yes! Which is why I'm asking to bring Sono Higurashi back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring forth both witnesses. Both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. I can't
It's gonna
read.
be a really crowded witness stand.
Yeah. Can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find the key element in the case.
Feels like it's been going for so long.
Yeah.
Okay, it is getting really crowded.
Wow, 4 witnesses. What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for my baby Kuromaru?
Isn't it like 2 p.m.?
When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police, we were like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence.
Wait till you see what I've got. Be that as it may, Sono Higurashi, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever seen this Koban beef?
Yes, that's it. That's the one, the very exact one that it is.
Did he stab the other guy in the foot?
He threw his knife in the air and it landed in his foot.
Yeah.
The resplendent, splendiferous white treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be.
As I thought.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices. Oh, that's you.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means... somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my white treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing. This is hurting
Okay.
my throat.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Excuse me.
You can tone it down if you want.
No, it's fine. Could I say something?
Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hasanaga.
I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant that attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Wicked crimes indeed.
We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected.
That's why you were sent in undercover, is it?
Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. Seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief.
So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already at the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the Master Thief part, but
Master Chief.
the identity of the person who stole and hid the son of Higarashi's koban is all too clear.
What? What?
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole son of Higarashi's koban and hid it under the stake?
We should probably save.
I
Just in case we're wrong.
have a hunch.
Yeah, me too.
Because it can't be... I don't think it's Brett, because she was just here once.
True.
Maybe it's him. I have a feeling. Because I can't... I'm not sure if it's anyone
guess.
else. Yeah.
Take that!
Oh, music stopped.
Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Taizu Uzukumaru. What? How? How dare you? You monster! Monster? I stole that koban, did I? I'm the Master Thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Kuromaru. Kuromaru is the mastermind behind all this.
Oh, really?
What? You would push the blame of your own crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Uzukumaru.
Everyone else is gone. What happened?
Oh. Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity. What the fuck is going on?
That's a breakdown animation if I've ever seen one.
Spine!
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
His mustache. He's really is Wario.
Oh, he's Oreo. Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Taizu Uzukumaru, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir? What the fuck was happening?
What's going on?
God. It's just like this now. Do any of you know the extraordinary low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays to those it expects to keep our country safe?
Yeah, I figured it was going this way.
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard to lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. The place is heavenly. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way for a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly
Yeah, there was
believable.
like bite marks on the fucking steak.
Yeah. And your target that day was the old man and his koban. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
It was all set to leave the steak as I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Dang. Yes, when the professor was shot.
That doesn't look like the same steak.
Yeah. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. Kuromaru too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. Slipped it under the steak. Hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
Everyone is
Jesus.
speechless.
This is ridiculous. Oh.
Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time?
Yeah, she's been here the whole time.
Well, Miss Brett.
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I am quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant, which certainly appeared to be unrelated to Dr. Watson's murder.
Or is it?
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it? Well...
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
To be fair,
This
you could at
is
least do that. The
what
restaurant
the-
provides you with a cutlery. Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, although now we can prove that it was his steak because it has bite marks. So maybe it's a
Yeah.
good thing he didn't.
Yeah.
I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day.
I love this face.
Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. Oh no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. Didn't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. What did she say? Hang on. And good day. Good luck everyone and
luck.
good day. Okay. There was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up.
Oh, I think it was about her her steak, saying who the fuck would bite into it,
Oh yeah, cause...
like an animal. Because
Yeah.
her steak looked pretty untouched.
yeah. It's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett.
Isn't now.
I'm afraid, just one last time. Something I'd like to ask you.
Dead by daylight.
I'd like... yeah, they don't show up on the stream capture. I'd like to explain the
but I
contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? Stands me...
Yep, it's most likely gonna be the picking up the meat. Yeah.
yeah. It's pure madness.
This is Sparta.
Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, Counsel. Miss Brett's words three are contradictory. Where is the evidence to prove it? I think it's just finally the photograph? Wait, this
the
is
other one?
the
The other
other
picture?
steak. Yeah, I think it's
Maybe
this one.
save.
Yeah.
Maybe save for just in case it's the wrong one.
Okay. Yeah.
Take that!
I guess present that one.
Okay, it's physical. That was fine. This is the evidence right here. Well, Miss Brett. Oh, it wasn't. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Whatever.
he takes physical damage. Alright, it's the other one.
Need to think again.
Reload the save?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Probably. Yeah, present the other one then.
It's shot every time he messes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah,
be
that
the other one then. Okay.
I guess so.
Take that!
Okay, this is the one. A photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak you can see on the victim's table. Steak that Miss Brett has been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
You're just splitting hairs.
Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural?
Yeah, the fact it was devoured like a wild animal.
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I feel like the other one should also work, because just to say
Yeah.
these don't match. But whatever. See, you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been
Take a
eaten.
closer look at this snout.
Oh yeah, I guess at this point we're still, I guess, assuming he ate the steak, even though we earlier established he didn't, so...
Yeah.
Are we assuming that she did this right now? Because it's clear it's not the same plate. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Oh!
Audio jungle.
Looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
That is your actual point. Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenously hungry. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady.
As I said, I really must be leaving now.
What are you feeling, Fane? You look a little blue.
Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course, this will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place.
I've heard enough, you irritating little spectacled samurai relic.
Damn.
Jesus.
Of course, dear lady.
What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Ooh.
Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak we have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? No?
No, I just wanted to fuck with her.
Yes, now at last it's all come together. Mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had all allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstains I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all that who shot Dr. Watson that day.
Game is so dramatic.
Can we finally like bring up the fact that the
Can
steaks
we
were swapped?
finish this damn course?
We could have done this like even before
Case.
we figured out there was a coin under it.
Yeah.
Just what exactly are you suggesting this tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything?
Everything?
Yes, I believe these barbaric teeth marks in the steak there amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Watson.
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase typical Japanese empty threat.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
I did, I got
you
penalized.
destroyed it, you fucking bitch.
I did and I got penalized for it. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. How?
Hasn't been? What?
Oh, he's talking just like bring out the other steak. Just before, because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward.
This is actually true.
Actually, I'm sick of this.
There can't be? I don't believe you have it.
Technically 5.5 hours, so
Objection!
Yeah. Hurry up, bitch.
I don't. There is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit that piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case.
He pointed.
Yeah. Doesn't do that a lot. Doesn't do that usually. Very well, I have a feeling that this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Please.
God, I hope so.
Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
Fucking waiter.
Yeah,
The other steak.
yeah.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga.
What? I have it?
Yes.
You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence?
Well, not exactly.
That's ridiculous.
No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Uzukumaru told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way for a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Sona Higurashi's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Uzukumaru, would you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? Attention! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Uzukumaru's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Objection?
He's
The
not
gentlewoman doesn't take the bites out of her steak. Yeah, I kinda don't like his objection that much. The other exclamations are fine, but the objection is kind of like lacking, I think. It's way better in Japanese. Did she have any opportunity to steal the coin?
Sorry, someone came in.
Okay.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over?
It's exactly what I'm suggesting.
You did switch the plates?
Well, after it happened,
The bang.
when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But when the waiter
Normal
announced
behavior.
But when the waiter announced that he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. He decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance.
Strongest baby ever.
Yeah. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you, so yes, I did what had to be done.
Unbelievable!
However, fear not, prosecutor. I brought it with me.
Now?
Swear on the brass bonds on my uniform, that is all I did, sir.
All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
Yes. So, if Sergeant Uzukumaru switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hazunaga,
Yes?
earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's.
Oh, it's all coming together.
That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. That's correct.
That's correct.
She's really not doing well now. Then please
Yep.
present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. Oh, this is the pursuit
Oh,
theme.
here we go.
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wriggling your way out of this one, out of it this time, lady.
Lady.
I beg your pardon.
You just did it with like clenched teeth, like, I beg your pardon!
Oh, true. Fucking, alright, let me, wait, I was gonna put something in my mouth and do it.
Surely you're not that
I'll do it
forgetful.
next time.
Sure you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to have such a problem for you, no?
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see what that plate was is to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Watson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now I have evidence to prove it, the plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let's not prolong this any further, Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, that's good.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Oh, there's the blood, I can already see it.
Sorry for keeping you. Oh shit.
How did you not,
Here's
like...
the other steak and its plate.
Wait, how did you not bring this up earlier, like when you said, oh, I remember seeing blood on the
Oopsie.
plate.
Whoopsie! Please, feel free to examine it.
Maybe he's colorblind.
You see, it's like neatly cut.
Yeah, the blood stain. It's clearly visible, look!
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo to have shot the victim.
It can't be.
In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly have shot Dr. Watson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is.
Oh, it's saved.
Yeah,
Ah!
nice. That's right. Miss Giselle Brett.
Here we go.
It's you! Oh, now he does the front one. I think that's
Yeah,
the final one, I think.
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh, breakdown.
Uh-oh.
Breakdown,
Here we go.
breakdown.
Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no!
Oh god. Jeez, this goes on for a while.
I'm very sorry.
It's a
Birds
miracle
in
of
the
life.
courtroom now.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was
Like
that?
little peeps.
Where did they come from?
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure.
You did more than lay an egg.
Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time for you. It's time you told the court exactly what happened that day. The truth this time.
Oh, fuck.
Gladly, Your Excellency.
Finally getting to the final confession.
Finally. Jesus.
It was I who took the professor's life using Courier. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor has a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you plan to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because Kirare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed.
So sad.
In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
Pretty fucking elaborate plan for like a spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Watson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun.
Oh, did
Why?
you?
Wha- First of all, why? And
the
second
fuck?
of all, how did you know that?
I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Oh, did you?
Under your skirt?
So I was right. There were two guns, and one was under your skirt.
Yes,
And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave.
You're so calm about it. What's going on?
So when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it.
and everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended.
Maybe she's just like completely given up or something.
Yeah.
And then, just as you bent down to pick it up,
That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead.
naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Heard that as the Walter.
Oh, Walt. Walter White.
Yeah.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Watson from where he'd picked up the gun.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
Okay.
Your Excellency,
Yes?
I wonder, might I speak with you in private later?
I'm gonna poison you too.
So true.
I shall call on you.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo.
What a first case.
What a bitch. Oh, she evaporated out of there.
Yeah.
Damn, I finished.
It would seem
First case.
this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Takatsuchi Ouchi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student.
You'd better start getting used to tough opposition.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What? Yes?
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new.
Oh shit.
It's the way of the world. May you never forget that.
Holy shit. Are you allowed to do that?
Oh god.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
Holy shit.
what the fuck?
1,000 millennia may pass and it's still, the Ochi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned here as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to a wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. Feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asugi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for
Don't
you,
worry about it.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency!
I want to see Ouchie. I want to see what happened to him and his stupid hair.
Oh. Oh yeah, he's at the witness stand. It's time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty.
Judge Judy. Look, he's over there with his fucking same pose.
he's just in
Where
shock.
are the cherry blossoms coming from?
Oh, you
What's
know.
going on?
This court is now adjourned. Oh
Finally.
boy.
Fuck's sake.
Supreme Court of Judiciary, Defendant's Antechamber 5. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. The rift is an infinite void, anything could come from there, yeah. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations! Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra rolled sukiyaki from the place on the Yume University Street, don't forget.
Oh, right!
Good afternoon. All your
What's
hard
that?
work has certainly paid off. I'm presuming it's the professor.
Look.
Oh no, it's her.
Oh, it's her. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo's innocence. I thought it was gonna be her dad.
Yeah, me too. Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. He worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much! We hadn't that research report of Miss Brad's. I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be from my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course.
That bitch. I think we can skip this.
Yeah. We've just seen this. Speaking of Mikotoba... Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend?
Yeah, they
Oh
were
yes, you
friends,
mentioned that
remember?
before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Watson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Watson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? Never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now, besides. It's your turn, Sogi. Great Britain's a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course in law.
Oh, really?
Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of a Suki clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. Japanese man's katana is a soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down everything that's in my way.
Explains why you cut his hair.
Yeah. Yes, I've only seen how sharp it is already with my own 2 eyes. Now reminds me, what happened to the woman? Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Oh
Yeah, it doesn't
yes,
happen, they don't give a
her.
shit.
It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future, for Shanghai.
What the
What?
fuck, really?
Shanghai? Delbert will not appear in court again in this country, I'm certain of that. What? Why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction.
Who's saying that?
Oh,
Oh, this guy.
Inspector Hasanaga.
It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate...
What is all this about a consular jurisdiction?
We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? The British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard. Why consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. Thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances you're right. But so long as this is not a serious instance of a highly political nature to our respective governments. They can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government making a secret agreements about her fate, does it? Does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Britt can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. That's why she was so collected afterwards.
Of course. That's so cunty.
I don't believe it.
The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously.
It's all going to change from now on. Can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, a new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it.
Anything can happen.
Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor... You're right, this is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Sorry, what?
He's rotated himself.
Yeah. His nose shading switched as well.
Yeah.
Let's start by having some fun.
In that case, might I suggest La Carnival?
Oh, PTSD for dinner.
As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink.
You're a detective, Hasanaga, aren't you?
Let's not worry about details for now.
Oh, he's kind of like Gumshoe. He's like
Oh, okay.
inviting people for celebrations, even though he really realistically can't do it.
Yeah. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor?
Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo's release.
Oh yes, thank you.
People just evaporate in this game, it's so fucked up.
So Giselle Britt won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Watson.
Yeah, I was wondering that, why did she do it? Just to fuck around and find out?
Fuck around and hurt you.
Anyway.
Kazumo. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. Hahaha, I didn't do a thing! You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? Defense was all your own work. Your skills made a difference though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me! Sorry, what?
He has the Phoenix Wright bullshitting tendency.
Yeah, he has...
It's the true mark of being a lawyer.
Yeah. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
Bullshitting.
Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to bullshit. To bullshit? To bullshit what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believe in me when I said I didn't do it? I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. Not like our...
But Edric has.
Not like the guys who came after us. But you have to make a choice
Literally.
about what you believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the quarter, you can really be backed into a corner. Being able to remain faithful to what you choose to do, what you choose to believe in even then, well, that's not something anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me. Well, I faced seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stopped thinking, you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Rinosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me.
Will you
So-
take my white ass to Six Flags?
Sounds serious, what is?
Ah,
Oh.
you're still here, are you?
Oh, Inspector Hosonaga.
I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go.
I've arranged some rickrolls for us. Thank you, we'll be right there.
Here he goes again.
Let's pick up this conversation again later.
No,
Should be
the cliffhanger.
You should be celebrating right now. It's your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah yes, that too.
He forgot. He
I
forgot.
forgot. So my very first trial came to an end.
Finally.
Azuma, Professor Mikotoba, Susada, who acted as my assistant, not really.
She was there for like 5 seconds and fucked
Yeah.
off.
Inspector Hasanaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. Oh, that's mean.
You look so offended in the recollection.
Yeah. It was all because of the helmets of all these people that I managed to get through the trial. What was that? Okay.
What the fuck was that?
A room jump scare. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life.
And we're not gonna find out until the next case, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Or maybe he dies, I don't know.
Next
I got an
episode.
achievement.
Yeah, defense
Yes, save.
debut.
No, I don't want to save. I want to throw it all away and redo it all again.
It was just so so fun. The
So
adventure,
cringed and random.
the adventure of Unbreakable Speckled Band.
Okay.
Okay, well we'll do this next time, I guess. What's this one?
Yeah.
This one. Yeah,
The
makes.
Great Departure.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
these
there's
are.
only 5 episodes. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty standard for Ace Attorney to be 5 episodes.
Okay, that's fair. I was wondering how many times we were gonna do these, because this is like we had
Yeah.
to do 2 streams for one case. But maybe the later cases won't be as long. I don't know.
There will be a longer.
Oh,
But yeah, there's also the second game as well.
yeah, true.
So it's like 10 episodes, probably. Okay.
Oh my god.
But wow, we just crossed 3 hours just now. So this is a good
What
time
good
to stop.
timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the stream for today. Yeah, it seems like some people overslept, but it's fine. The VOD will be available. I'll just like have to redub the beginning because my mic was muted, and I'll upload that to YouTube. But yeah, thank you for being here, and I'll see you again next week. Probably the Ace Attorney stream might be a different day. I'll tell in advance.
Yeah, next week, I will be busy. I will be Bubsy. I will be busy on Sunday. We'll be doing it on Saturday instead.
Yeah. Same time probably, but just Saturday. But yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for stopping by, and see you next time. Goodbye.